This is the Eastern Shore High School Football Preview Show.
UTV 44 game of the week in our pregame show. We're back here at Eastern Shore Toyota. Dan Brennan, I'm Jim Cox. We get ready for our matchup tonight. McGill Toolen playing host to the Foley Lions. We'll talk all about that game coming up in a few minutes, Dan, but I think we need to go back last week and talk about our game we had here on UTV 44. Yeah. And we both went away and then talked for 30 minutes after the game how impressed we were with the Blunt Leopards.
You know, both teams were really prepared, talking about Murphy and Blunt last week. Blunt a 33-21 winner, but Blunt looked really good.
Right.
And Blunt looked really good because they ran the ball so well. They were so efficient on offense, too. No wasted motion. They ran kind of a pro thing where they ran it at you, and they ran with a lot of power. And then when they gained those yards, which was inevitable because they got a big line, and they got some good backs, too. Right. Play action. They found things downfield. So they were very precise. And when you've got all that speed and talent and size, and now you've got them coached to that level, as Chris Samuels has helped with the offense, I think Blunt is really a team that got our attention.
And I think also on the other side of the ball, they did a great job containing Murphy and that single-wing offense. They didn't know what to expect, but I thought defensively they also played very well.
They really did, and, you know, May made a few plays. KJ May is going to make those plays. He's going to carry the ball and have the ball in his hands so often for Murphy, and he's such an explosive athlete, and with all the misdirection in that offense, you expect to break a few plays, and they did. But you're right, for the most part, that Blunt defense showed up and played very well.
All right, we're here at Eastern Shore Toyota as we are for the pregame show each and every Friday night during the high school football season. We're here because $10,000 is on the line, and really, we talk about it each week, Dan, but such a great thing for these teams.
You can go to easternsshoretoyota.com and find out more about this, but you got 10 grand sitting out there, so if you want to, you know, come and get it if you can. First place school gets $4,000 for the football program. Second, third, and fourth get $2,000 for their football program. That's money that's going to be very well spent. As we talk to these coaches and administrators each week, you realize that they're scrambling. You know, they're scrambling to fill the coffers so they can do the things that they want to do. And, you know, football down in South Alabama is a bit of an arms race. You know, just, I mean, you don't want to get behind because everybody's got the weight room and everything. It's a 12-month.
Some have indoor facilities. Well, you know, just saying.
That's and so you find that money's going to be well spent and appreciated.
All right, and you can find out all about it at easternshoretoyota.com. You can go on there and vote to vote for your favorite team to help them win the money as well. Now, our matchup tonight, I think, intriguing to say the least. You got Foley coming in at 2-1, coming off a tough loss to Daphne. McGill coming in 3-0, been impressive so far.
Yeah, and I think the most impressive thing about McGill was the win in the middle there. They're down to Fairhope 28-0 at the half.
Right.
It's not good weather. It just doesn't look very good. And somehow they muster up an amazing comeback victory as they win it 35-34. I mean, you just don't see that coming. Now, that puts McGill in great shape in the region.
Oh, yeah.
And in the past, they've had some trouble getting keyed up for Baldwin County games for whatever reason, you know. But I think at this point, McGill is kind of over that. They realize these are region games. These are the teams we have to play. And I think it's to great benefit to McGill this year that not only Fairhope, but also Foley and Daphne all cross the bay and will play McGill at the Lip. And I think that's to their advantage. So slight home field advantage for McGill tonight.
Yeah, I think a challenge for Foley is always coming off that Daphne game, win or lose, so much emotionally invested when you go up against your big rival. Yeah,
and these are, you know, 18, 17, 16-year-old kids we're talking about. The kids actually usually bounce back a little quicker than the coaches on these things, but you're right, they invest a lot into that game. It's a tough loss when they come away with a loss, and but again, they're pretty resilient, and they realize that makes this game even more critical for the Foley Lions.
All right, when we come back, we'll talk about the Foley Lions. We've got Todd Watson, their head coach, Khalif Cohen, their running back as well. So we'll talk all about Foley as they get ready for the matchup tonight against McGill Toolen. We're going to be at the Lip. Kickoff comes up in about 25 minutes. Stick around when we come back. We'll talk on the Foley Lions side of the football in our matchup tonight here on our UTV 44 Game of the Week.
If we wouldn't drive drive it, we don't sell it. Of every 10 vehicles taken in trade by Eastern Shore Toyota's Used Car Supercenter, only 6 meet our strict standards of performance, safety, and appearance. If you're looking for a quality used vehicle, Eastern Shore Toyota is the place to be. Choose from over 500 of the world's most popular imports and domestic, backed by our nationwide lifetime warranty. Unlimited time, unlimited miles, no additional cost. All priced to save you thousands. Why pay more? Get a quality used vehicle for less at Eastern Shore Toyota's Used Car Supercenter.
Here at Eastern Shore Hyundai, we want to make sure the buying experience is as pleasurable and easy as possible. And one way we achieve that is to give you the price, payment, up front, quick and easy, so you can make the right choice for your automobile needs.
At Eastern Shore Toyota, we have it all. Rims, tires, custom grills, body kits, lift kits, window tint, leather installations, even entertainment system from navigation to DVDs. Eastern Shore Toyota, we do it all.
At Eastern Shore Hyundai, we look to provide an out-of-this-world buying experience. But don't take our words for it. Listen to what some of our customers have to say.
We asked for some special considerations, and they made it happen.
We just love them. They're like our brothers and our sisters. It couldn't be better if they were our actual family members.
We both bought our Elantras from Eastern Shore Hyundai, and we love them.
And I bought one too.
We invite you to come see us here at Eastern Shore Hyundai on I-10 exit 38.
Laugh and the world laughs with you. Live in Springfield and the world laughs at you.
What kind of pencil do we take?
Take a number 2.
Looks like you took a big number 2.
The Simpsons. Weeknights at 8:30 on UTV 44.
Back on our UTV 44 Game of the Week pregame show. We're here at Eastern Shore Toyota. How respectful McGill and Foley are. You know, some weeks there's a lot of noise back there. It's like both coaches zip it up when it starts.
Yeah. These are programs of great discipline.
We got the head coach of the Foley Lions, Todd Watson, with us. Khalif Cohen, the running back. We'll talk with him in just a second. Coach, let's talk about where you're at. 2-1 after 3 games. Had a great summer with the 7-on-7. Right. You and I talked in the summer, and you said, well, that's all fine, but we need to find out what we're going to be like in the offensive and defensive lines because we lost so much there in the offseason.
And that's the case, and it's still early in the season, and you know we did lose all 5 of our offensive linemen from last year. We lost all 4 of our defensive linemen, you know, but they are a group on both sides of the ball that have really been working hard, you know, and you got to get experience under your belt a little bit. It's still early in the season. For us to have as big a matchup as we did last week early in the season was a good test for us. And this week going against a great McGill team that's well coached, a very disciplined team, like you mentioned, that's got enough athletes to really hurt you, is another big test for us. And each week that we'll continue to try to get better and better. You know, I told our guys last week after the game, you know, that there's no state championships won in September. You know, and our goal right now is to keep working each week and get better and better so that we're playing our best football once we hit that, you know, week 8, 9, 10 part of the season.
I know you lost your entire offensive line, but when I saw the opening game against Murphy, from where I was seated, it looked like all the same guys. I mean, you have got some fellas. That was a big offensive line last year. I thought I would see a difference in size, but the guys that returned and stepped up are been in the weight room, I can see.
Well, we've got some guys that are working hard, you know, no doubt about that, and we've got a couple guys behind them toting the ball that help us well too. Khalif Cohen, who's a returner for us last year, and then Joseph Prister, who's really stepped in and come into his own this year a little bit too, are kind of our 1-2 punch in the backfield. And, you know, like I said, I can't be any more pleased with how well our offensive line is working, how hard they're working. It just takes time for 5 guys to become one unit, you know. Yeah. And they're working every day to do that, and we expect a little more and a little more out of them each week.
You know, looking at the matchup with McGill, you talked about they have a new coach in Bart Sessions. We were talking before, and you said discipline, but I think when you see them kind of almost sneakily, they've got some playmakers out there that all of a sudden can change the game, which I think Fairhope saw.
Yeah, it didn't look sneaky to me when I turned the film on. I mean, they're evident there. starting with Jason Smith. And, you know, when your quarterback and the guy catching the snap every time is a playmaker like he is, it's always a dangerous threat. They've got good running backs. They've got good skill at wide receiver. You know, and like I said, they're very well coached. They're very disciplined. They don't make mistakes. And so you can't go in there and turn the ball over and have costly penalties, because when you go against a team that's well disciplined and well coached, you can't afford to make any mistakes, because they're not going to make any.
Khalif Cohen, I've pledged to him my adoration. One of my favorite running backs in the two-county area, because you run so hard. And you told me you try to visualize something, huh?
Yes, sir.
Like everybody on the other side's a bad guy?
Yes, sir.
Well, it looks that way. Talk about your running style and what you do and what you've been taught, and how you approach it every time you get the ball in your hands.
Well, when I see, like, a defender in front of me, like, I just visualize. Like, recently my mama passed.
Yes.
So, like, I try to visualize her at the end zone. And then I just try to run hard to get to her.
Well, you're getting to her, man. You're a great running back. And I was asking him earlier, I said, what's it like, and we've known Todd for a long time. I said, and Todd's known for his offense. I said, what's it like working for, you know, playing under a great offensive genius? And you said?
Todd's my boy.
And I said, that's pretty cool.
We're going to do sprints tomorrow. Hey, have you noticed you had the great offensive line in front of you last year. Is it different this year, or is it just, it doesn't matter to you who's up front?
It really doesn't matter. Like, the ones we got now, I like them better because, you know, they're not as big, so they get off the ball hard and they fight and they physical. So I like that.
When you take a look at your team offensively, Todd, and you know you had the real tight win against Murphy to start the year. Defensively, you had to come up on both sides of the ball there. There is something to be said about winning a close game like that against a quality team early in the season to kind of get the kids believing, yeah, we could win these close games.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, Ron Lee and myself have talked about it for years. We played each other in the first game of the year because it forces you to get ready early. I mean, you have to go out and you have to get prepared because you know you're going to face a good team, and they're a very talented team and very well coached as well. So, you know, that for us, that's always a good kind of a measuring stick, and they've got a very good football team. They'll win a lot of games this year, and it was good for us because we had to play a full four-quarter physical battle right out of the gate, and I think that helped us. I think that experience that we drew from there will help us later on in the year.
Yeah, well, and I'd expect that's what we're going to see here tonight as well, a four-quarter physical football game. We'll talk to you more a little bit later on. Cohen, good to see you. Good luck. Khalif Cohen, good luck. Be safe out there
He'll
tonight.
hit you, man.
I know.
He will run you over.
Yeah, and I would deserve it. I mean, I really would deserve it. We'll come back and we will talk about the McGill side of things. Coming up next, we're at Eastern Shore Toyota. Get ready for our UTV 44 Game of the Week between McGill and Foley right here on UTV 44.
Looking for a quality used vehicle? Eastern Shore Toyota is the place to be. Over 500 used vehicles backed by our nationwide lifetime warranty. Priced to save you thousands. Why pay more? Get a quality used vehicle for less at Eastern Shore Toyota's Used Car Supercenter.
Here at Eastern Shore Hyundai, we want to make sure the buying experience is as pleasurable and easy as possible. And one way we achieve that is to give you the price, payment, up front, quick and easy, so you can make the right choice for your automobile needs.
If you buy a used car and then decide that you don't like it, shouldn't you be able to take it back?
Of course you should. That's why we have a 72-hour return policy.
And you can save thousands by buying our pre-owned cars.
Choose from over 500 pre-owned vehicles in stock, all backed with a lifetime warranty, and of course with an assurance of 72-hour return policy. Sure, I'm glad there's not a return policy on husbands.
It wouldn't matter, honey. I have the lifetime warranty on you.
Good anywhere in USA?
For you, anywhere in the world.
Wow. At Eastern Shore Toyota, we respect our customers' valuable time.
That's why we have our best prices and even payments posted on each and every car.
There's no guessing, no haggling, no wasting time. Instead, we offer you a lifetime warranty with our 72-hour return policy with over 500 vehicles in stock. Even my wife would be impressed with that.
You want to impress me? Give our customers a $14.95 oil change.
What do you think I would say? No, honey?
That means yes.
Here at Eastern Shore Hyundai, we want to make sure the buying experience is as pleasurable and easy as possible. And one way we achieve that is to give you the price, payment, up front, quick and easy, so you can make the right choice for your automobile needs.
UTV 44 Game of the Week, our pregame show. We're here at Eastern Shore Toyota, and Todd Watson just told me that I've been relegated to the second team for the broadcast tonight. I can't argue with him. Yeah, it was a little sloppy in the last...
I didn't see it. I didn't see it. You're being hard on yourself.
Last segment, we've got Bart Sessions, coach of McGill Toolen. Alex Pond, linebacker from McGill Toolen, here with us as well. We'll talk all about tonight's matchup. I just made the point to Todd, coach, about his team's win against Murphy to start the year. It was a close game. They had to battle throughout the whole game to get the win. And we know the game was a couple of weeks ago, but it was a signature win, if you will, for a Bart Sessions coach team. You came back to beat Fairhope down 28-0. Dan alluded to it in the open, 135-34. Talk about the kids, the game, and the win that it was for McGill Toolen.
I think it's big for our program. You know, I was so proud of our kids. They showed so much resiliency, and you know, we never panicked. I think that's big. A lot of times you'll see high school kids especially panic in those situations. They remained calm, just kept competing. You know, we got some breaks in the second half. We're very fortunate with the ball bouncing our way a little bit. The weather probably helped a little bit. But, you know, all in all, you just have to be so proud of the way our kids fought until the end. You know, I told Dan our student section is still 700 strong when the game ended, so you have to be proud of that.
It's the best. Yeah, it's the best one we see week in and
Bart and I were talking about that when I met with him the other day. We talked about as much as the students as we did anything, but the support is great, and there's a lot of passion for Yellow Jacket football. I'm sure that's something that you found out real quick.
Yeah, certainly. You know, all the way from it starts with our administration. You know, Father Shields and Miss Hayes, they're so supportive of athletics. You look around at our AD, Bill Griffin, our other coaches on staff, and it just bleeds over into the student body. You know, there's so much pride at McGill Toolen, and you know, I think that kind of comes from generation after generation coming through, the tradition of the place.
Hey, how about you? We were fortunate enough to have you before your first game of the year, your first game as a head coach. Does it seem routine now? Is everything kind of falling into place?
I don't know that routine is the word. You know, it seems busy is the way it seems, but you know, it's. I think things have settled down a little bit. You know, we were going through a lot of turmoil in our staff at that point, you know, with some guys dealing with some illnesses and things like that. That's all kind of settled itself a little bit, so I think it has settled in a little bit.
Let's talk to Alex Pond, linebacker, who Dan had some fun with during the UMS game, and before the game, we'll...
Yeah, he thought I broke a certain confidence, but I was just I'm a reporter, and when a kid says we're going to win the game, once the game's comfortably in hand, I'll say, hey, guess what Pond said?
Yeah, and Alex said, comfortably in hand. It was the second series of the game when you proclaimed I made that. But hey, let's talk about your new coach. I mean, we all knew Bart. We knew him from Davidson. We knew him from Prattville. We knew him from Daphne. We knew his intensity, his defensive prowess. What's it been like as a defensive player to have him come into McGill Toolen?
Well, the first thing I noticed was the intensity of the practice. It was just his first practice this summer. We couldn't hang with it because it was just so fast and so rapid. But now that everything's starting to go a lot smoother, I really think it transitions to the game.
Is it fun to play for Coach Sessions as a defensive player especially? Or tell us about the way, for instance, I don't think there's a better example than you're down 28-0 in a big region game and somehow pull it out. That's got to be a connection between coach and player.
Yeah, it really did, because our conditioning really helped in the second half. Because Fairhope came out fast the first half. They made all the plays. We just had mental breakdowns. Second half, the coaching staff just said, come out and just play. Just forget about the scoreboard, just play the game. In second half, I really think we did that as a team. We just came out and executed.
Hey, tell us about tonight's matchup. You watch Foley on film. You get ready for the game. Tell us what you see when you look at the lines.
Yeah, they're scary. I mean, they're scary. Speed all over the field. I mean, they have skill that can really run on both sides of the ball. You know, we kind of hoped last year that all those monsters up front had graduated, and then you look at the roster and you see 6'7", 340, and yeah, just huge up front again. So
and he's over there poor mouthing them, right?
Yeah. You know, he says they all weigh 180, but I know what they really weigh. But they're a very good football team. We don't read a whole lot into Daphne. You know, I mean, Daphne, we all know how good they are. Foley, what I noticed is I think 10-7 at the half, right? Right. A very good ball game at the half, and you know the breaks kind of went against them a little bit in the second half. But we think they're that caliber football team. they're going to definitely have a say in who wins our region. We know that. We know there's a great challenge ahead of us, and our kids are going to have to really play their best football to even have a chance to win the game.
Dan alluded to it at a point that he said he thought maybe in the past McGill, for some reason, had trouble getting fired up against some of those Baldwin County opponents. And is that something you sense or have to deal with this week?
Yeah, we talked about that. Not so much this week. You know, it's kind of fun to see how our kids respond to having a little success. You know, and I think there's been some excitement at practice. Hopefully, we realize the importance of the game. And, you know, you better get fired up to play Foley or you're going to be in for a very long night.
All right, well, we are fired up. We just think it's going to be a great game. Alex, good luck tonight. Coach, you stick around. We'll talk.
Hang on, Alex, got a prediction.
He said he'd know. He said, whatever you don't ask me about the predictions. When we come back, we'll have both coaches. We'll talk to them. We'll wrap things up. We're about 10 minutes from kickoff tonight. McGill and Foley right here on UTV 44.
If we wouldn't drive it, we don't sell it. Of every 10 vehicles taken in trade by Eastern Shore Toyota's Used Car Supercenter, only 6 meet our strict standards of performance, safety, and appearance. If you're looking for a quality used vehicle, Eastern Shore Toyota is the place to be. Choose from over 500 of the world's most popular imports and domestic. Backed by our nationwide lifetime warranty. Unlimited time, unlimited miles, no additional cost. All priced to save you thousands. Why pay more? Get a quality used vehicle for less at Eastern Shore Toyota's Used Car Supercenter.
Every weekday, we have lots more fun coming to you. Feeling good. This is going to be unforgettable. Is contagious. The power lies within you. The Dr. Oz Show. Catch it weekdays.
Weekdays at 10 on UTV 44.
At Eastern Shore Hyundai, we look to provide an out-of-this-world buying experience. But don't take our words for it. Listen to what some of our customers have to say.
We asked for some special considerations, and they made it happen.
We just love them. They're like our brothers and our sisters. It couldn't be better if they were our actual family members.
We both bought our Elantras from Eastern Shore Hyundai, and we love them.
And I bought one too.
We invite you to come see us here at Eastern Shore Hyundai on I-10, exit 38.
At Eastern Shore Toyota, we have it all. Rims, tires, custom grills, body kits, lift kits, window tint, leather installations, even entertainment system from navigation to DVDs. Eastern Shore Toyota, we do it all.
Remember your first sour candy? Remember the first time you saw AFV?
Get it off!
Join Tom Bergeron for unforgettable laughs on America's Funniest Home Video.
Weeknights at 7 on UTV 44.
Here at Eastern Shore Hyundai, we want to make sure the buying experience is as pleasurable and easy as possible. And one way we achieve that is to give you the price, payment, up front, quick and easy, so you can make the right choice for your automobile needs.
Jim Cox, Dan Brennan, Todd Watson of Foley, part sessions of McGill as we get ready for the Yellow Jackets and Lions tonight here on UTV 44. I think one thing we should address, how about, and we have fun with this sometimes, the whole coaching fraternity coming from South Baldwin or South Mobile County to that everybody's involved. I mean, there are stories these guys could tell, things they did when they were their age. Well, we probably shouldn't tell them tonight.
Younger than that.
Yeah, but I mean, really, we'll start. I mean, it's crazy all the coaches that have come out of that area.
Yeah, I mean, some good football, you know, back when we were growing up there. You know, Coach Sessions from right there in Grand Band, at Alma, Coach Meredith at Theodore, Coach
both Merediths, right?
Both Merediths. I mean, there's been quite a few of them that you know,
Coach
came out of that area. Coach Faulkner was actually from T.R. Miller, but he did come and coach at Alma Bryant, and first when the school was first built.
Yeah, so there's some stories that could be told, right? Did y'all know each other back then?
Quite a while.
Yeah.
Quite a while.
I can't remember what I did last week. Yeah, that's 20 years ago.
They're all just kind of like, ooh, I don't know how deep I want to get into this thing. All right. Well, what we can get into is the part that
really.
Yeah,
already?
We can. Well, unless you got something else.
No, I've been saying Somo's in the house here. We're Mobile County.
We are ready to take on our hurry up offense. The questions we ask every week, and
everybody's favorite segment.
Everybody except like. Well, except theirs. We kind of like it. All right, I'll start off easy. Bears and Saints. Bears or Saints this weekend?
Saints.
Want the Saints to win.
Saints.
Yeah, we have a very big difference of opinion up here on the. Did you see what my Saints did to Julio? I mean,
What your Bears did?
Yeah. Did I say Saints?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
I'm really bad tonight. I'm really bad tonight. All right, I'll start with you on this one.
Okay.
Speaking of your boy, Mark Richt, does he last the season?
Yes, the season, yes.
Does he last the season?
I love him to death, but I'm afraid not.
I think he'll make it through the season.
All right. He says, yeah.
Christmas is kind of...
Big fan of his, but...
That's what everybody says. Everybody just does like
quality guy.
Musical instrument. Can you play one?
No.
It was kind of like, no, that's just it. Can you?
Yes,
okay, here we go. All right, we got something now.
I played a little piano.
Really?
Yeah, way back in the day.
How about, when was the last time you twinkled the keys?
Yes, maybe last Christmas.
See, oh yeah.
I like that.
How about you, anything?
I can play the spoons at a hoedown. I can. And I mean, I can keep rhythm pretty good. You laugh now, but I'm not bad.
Last movie you went to see?
I have no idea.
It was obviously, we know one thing, it was before you took the head coaching job, right?
Watched a little film on Foley. That's the only thing that I can remember.
How about you? Last time you went to the movies with your lovely wife who's joining us tonight?
Man, you're going to get me in trouble. I mean, last time I was here, you said something about dancing with my wife. Now you're going to throw me under the bus? Because I can't remember the last movie
Why do we have to bring up the past?
I'm sorry.
Is that really necessary?
All right, so now, how about you?
I actually went to see a movie called Dancing with My Wife. So I think that's ironic. I have no answer.
All right.
Are we still friends?
Always.
Take football out of it. Is there another sport you'd enjoy coaching?
I coached baseball for several years and really enjoyed it.
You were a baseball player growing up, right?
I actually played at the University of Mobile. Played college there.
I didn't know that.
Another sport?
Was actually a baseball coach as well. Coached against Coach Watson a few times in baseball.
How about another sport you'd like to be an analyst for, Dan?
I can coach people up on the spoons. If they want to learn how to play the spoons. I don't know if that's a sport, but there's some...
All right, this weekend in Orange Beach, there's a pirate fest.
Where do you get this?
Who's your favorite pirate?
Jack Black.
Jack Black.
Is that his name? Is that his name?
He is now. How about you?
I'm going to say David Faulkner, because I got to play him in week 7. If I can butter him up a little bit, maybe he can take it easy.
Barrel pirate. How about you? I'm a Captain Jack Sparrow. Okay. I'm glad nobody said Captain Morgan, because I was going to say that's what somebody was going to say. Hot wings, mild hot or double extra hot?
Barbecue. Does that count?
Barbecue. Come on, no heat at all. You're not a
mild.
Hot.
Hot.
Whoa.
Yeah. Double extra. All right. SEC game. Which one do you like better, the 2:30 or the night game to watch?
Night game.
Night game.
Night game.
Night game.
2:30.
All right. I'm glad you were different. See, those weren't that bad. All right, Coach. Good luck.
Thanks, sir.
Coach, good luck. Kickoff comes up in about 7 minutes. It's McGill going against Foley tonight right here on UTV 44. Next time we talk to you, we'll be at the lift.